the city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in on a pretty good... The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They will run for the first time here with White. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, the numbers for White a week ago. 18 carries, 59 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
That's good for Commanders' first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Washington first down.
First down, here's White. Fighting through, and he's got space. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Washington first down.
6 yards there on the keeper at 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Eagles' 12-yard line.
They'll go up the middle with White. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
First down. 1st and goal.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Gainwell is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. In motion right, Debo. White going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
A loss of 2 on the play.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Now Dan, and he's in. Touchdown Commanders. Jaden Daniels with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The 2nd-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. The numbers for him from a week ago, 22 carries, 110 yards.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
To Barkley on the check down. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
Hurts. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Hurts to throw. That one caught by Polk. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Eagles, first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 21-yard line.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Eagles respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Daniels. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Throwing now is Daniels. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for Washington. First down.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And he's got this down to the 35. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Washington Commanders, first down. 1st and 10 at the 35.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 7-7, our score after 1. They run straight ahead here with White. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. To throw is Daniels. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Commanders.
White is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd.
Now Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jaden Daniels with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At
The Eagles offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And they love to find different ways to get him the football. We know that. And you can see he comes into this week second in the NFL in receiving yards out of the backfield.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this complete to Pope. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Looking to throw. Thurman. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
Again, he'll drop the throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Intended for Devontae Smith. Incomplete.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
Braden Mann.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. So a good punt there, but a nice return at 11 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with White. Dancing away at the 35. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Daniels looking to throw. On the left side, a catch by White. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Samuel in motion. Here's a fake on a jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it on play action. He's got a man on the comeback route. That's McLaurin. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Commanders.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on it.
To the air goes Daniels. Can't get away, and he's taken down. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
A loss of 7 yards.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Under pressure, they got him again. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away.
Loss of 6 yards.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He's got Smith here. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 29-yard line. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes. The 2nd back at the 36. Sacks a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. That one is slant to McLaurin. And brought down but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
That's good for a
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Operating from the gun, Daniels. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 25-yard line. Shoves him aside. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Patterson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime
Our
report.
trip around the league starts now. In the Motor City, the Lions at home to take on the Vikings in the NFC North. And it's Drake May. He connects for a 5-yard touchdown. The Vikings get back to 500. They move to 4-4 with this victory. Why don't we move on now and check in on another big mid-season matchup. And this is Najee Harris. He's going to take it in, 18 yards away. It's a touchdown. The Chargers find a way. They win it by a point. Lastly, let's go to Nashville. It's the Titans hosting the Jacksonville Jags. And this is Travis Hunter. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Jags finish off the first half of the season with a victory to move them to 5-4 on the season.
A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Got him in. It's Brown. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big man rumble. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Pass interference. Defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Elliott on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Here's Hurts to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Barkley, inside handoff. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sent back at the 38.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will tie things at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Commanders' offense and running back Rachaad White set to take over again. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fielded at about the 28. 39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Thurman gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
That's good.
Up the middle with Barkley.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Taken down at the 41. 1 yard gain.
2nd and 9 now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Devontae Smith. That's a gain of 7.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And an Eagles first down.
Back to throw. Thurman. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Here's a give to Barkley.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Thurman. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a third down gain of 4.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 36-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's White. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
That's another Washington Commanders first down.
They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
14 more yards. That's another Washington first down. First and goal.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Rashad White, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Washington on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Thurman. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Kobe Bryant makes the stop on that one.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a handoff to Bigsby. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. A handoff to Barkley. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Eagles.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
A loss of 6. Brings up 2nd and 16. At the 31-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And room there to work it inside the 25. 93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Looking to put a drive together. Throwing now is Daniels. Throw left side complete. That's White. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Here's Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Simmons. Here's 3rd and 9.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for Washington. That's taken on the 25. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
Back to throw. Thurman. This will be caught by Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. Back to throw. Over the middle, he's got Thornton. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's a gain of 7.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Over the middle here to Brown. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
It's a turnover on downs.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And this is going to be a Commander's 1st down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That one looks like he'll throw here. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Eagles have recovered.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. This is 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Thurman. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Here comes 2nd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
He'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
The 38-yard line.
He's back to throw. Pass right side caught by Thornton. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
2nd and 2.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Washington now going to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter play.
First down.
Barkley. He is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at
Now
the line of
Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. From the 4 now, third and goal. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Well, they came so close, Charles. They were knocking on the door in a one-possession game, but ultimately the defense held tough to get the victory.
And doesn't it feel like it just leaves them asking what could have been? So many moments when they could have had a big play to change the outcome of this game. And let's face it, none bigger than that final snap that just fell short.
So for Washington, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.